Hello, this is Beastly Eel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the the next coming death battle, which is Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure versus Alucard from Hellsing. Now these both are vampires. Now granted they're both very different vampires from what we're used to. These aren't the vampires that Buffy the Vampire Slayer took out. These are much different. So in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, there's these abilities called Stan, and they're basically cre- spiritual abilities that these people can possess that are basically used to help fight. So most of the time, Stans can't be seen by regular humans, and they can be used to help fight. Now, Dio's particular Stan is called the World, and its ability has superhuman strength and agility and everything else, but his main ability that's different than most stands is his ability to stop time. And apparently the max he's been able to do is stop time for a maximum of 9 seconds. So when we look at his other abilities, right? He's a vampire. He has his body can be sustained by sheer willpower alone, um, which is kind of weird. And then because he's a vampire on top of having a stand, vampire abilities in this universe has um, zombie slash vampire creation, can create just them from living humans or cadavers of the deceased. Enhanced senses, space ripper stingy eyes, which is basically just laser eyes shooting out of his laser beam shooting out of his eyes. He has a high level regeneration ability. Vaporization freezing technique, which basically freezes. Um, so basically freezing their own parts of their body and transferring the loss of energy by touch. Fusion, which is apparently where you can fuse different beings together, organisms together, which is weird. Flesh buds. Um, He basically can use them to control other people. Hypnosis, teleportation, superhuman strength, agility, blood-sucking, bodily mastery, um, ripple, which is apparently um, the ability to breathe. Continue using the breathing technique. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. And then obviously stands. So it's basically a strong spiritual power, which allows them to be able to control the stands. So that's Dio, and then we have Alucard, who is a vampire as well, in a completely different universe. Superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, endurance, durability, regeneration. He's able to have his senses are sharper than mortals, which allows him to be perfectly accurate. He's made of darkness basically. So he is, it's called dark composition, which his body is literally just composed of dark energy. Intangibility, he has the ability to walk through walls and solid objects. Immortality, it's really unclear if he's completely immortal, but he is at least biologically immortal, meaning he's immune to disease and aging. He loves to consume blood, obviously. He can actually go into a dormant stage if he doesn't have enough blood. He has the ability to manipulate human blood, or actually manipulate blood in general, but only when it's outside the body. He can absorb somebody's soul. He can shapeshift, being able to manipulate his body into like a mist. He's a telepath, teleportation, telekinetic. He's able to work in the daylight. He's able to control the weather. Hypnosis, gravity defiant. omnipresence, sorry, and supernatural detection. Okay, so let's talk about the idea of these two fighting. Now, we know for a fact that they're both vampires and both have their own issues. Now, that being said, they're both much different than regular vampires. So, Dio's stand cannot be seen by regular humans, but Alucard has the ability to see supernatural things. And the idea is he could potentially see the stand and be able to fight against it because of his abilities. Now, it sounds like to me, based on everyone's power, Alucard is going to win. Now, my reasoning for this is because Alucard has a lot of different abilities that even Dio's time stopping ability won't be enough to beat Alucard. Alucard has taken a lot of damage. He's never died. Um, he has incredible abilities that go far beyond Dio's. And Dio, yes, he has a stand and he has manipulation of time, but other than that, his other abilities are nothing that Alucard can't actually beat. The stand potentially could defeat Alucard, but Alucard's been up against holy weapons and be able to go against them barehanded. So I imagine he's able to be able to stop um, attacks from a stand without too much of a problem. And then we have the other one, which is Dio's ability to stop time. Alucard is fast enough and durable enough that could take hits from Dio that even the time stopping ability wouldn't do enough damage to Alucard because we're not quite sure how much damage Alucard can take because he seems to be able to take everything and just be able to regenerate himself almost instantly. Dio doesn't have that fast of a regeneration, so I imagine that Alucard will be able to defeat him enough to actually take him out. So that's why I'm going with Alucard from Hellsing. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm wrong? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, we're going to have to wait and see on Monday whether or not I'm right, because I got the last one right. Let's see if I get this one right too. But for now, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a good night.